Jawhar State was a Maratha princely state in India. As a princely state, it became a part of Bombay Presidency during the British Raj. It was the only state belonging to the Thana Agency. The last princely ruler of Jawhar at Indian independence was Raja Patang Shah V Mukne Koli. The coat of arms consisted of a shield in three parts: dexter, tenor, dexter fist holding two crossed arrows and a bow, all argent, sinister, argent around shield, sable bordered or in the chief argent, a sword appointed sinister. The flag was a rectangular saffron swallowtail with a star of 11 raised, yellow in the canton. History. On 6 June 1306, Jawhar Mukne, a polygar, took possession of the fort at Jawhar. His elder son, Dulbarao, expanded his patrimony and conquered a large territory, controlling 22 forts, comprising most of the Nashik and Thana districts, and yielding annual revenues valued at £90,000. He received recognition as ruler by Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq, receiving the new name of Nimshah and the hereditary title of Raja on 5 June 1343. This event was marked by the creation of a new calendar era used within the state for over 600 years. The grandson of Nimshah, Diobrao, fought a battle with the Bahmani Sultan Ahmad Shah I Wali. During his capture at Bidar, he fell in love with the Sultan's daughter. The marriage was solemnized after he converted to Islam and took the name Muhammad Shah. He returned to Jawhar and continued to rule his state unmolested for the rest of his life. At his death, the powerful Hindu Sardars and nobles refused to recognize his son as his successor on account of his Muslim faith. In his stead, they chose the Hindu grandson of Holkar Rao, the younger brother of Nimshah. Thereafter, his Hindu descendants ruled the little state in relative peace until the advent of the Maratha power. Raja Vikram Shah I met Shivaji at Shahpamal during the latter's march to Surat and then joined him in the plunder of that city in 1664. However, he soon fell out with the Marathas. From then on, the Marathas slowly and steadily tightened their grip on the Mukne rulers, annexing district after district and imposing ever-increasing taxes, levies and fines. They took control of the state in 1742, 1758 and 1761. Each time releasing control to the Mukne family on condition that territories were ceded and the tribute increased. In 1782 the Raja was allowed to retain for himself a landlocked territory in the hills, yielding no more than £1,500 to £2,000 p.a. The advent of British rule brought a degree of stability unknown for more than a century. However, development was extremely slow, given the low level of revenue receipts and haphazard organization of the administration. Little or no improvements were made until the reign of Patang Shah IV, an enlightened and well-educated ruler. He immediately set about improving conditions, streamlining the government, building roads, schools and dispensaries. At his death in 1905, conditions had improved beyond measure. The relatively short reigns of Patang Shah's two sons, Krishna Shah V and Vikram Shah V, also saw steady improvements. The last named was especially diligent in improving the agricultural sector, constructing wells, securing land rights and improving the infrastructure of the state. He contributed substantially towards the war effort during the Great War, and received a 9-gun salute in recognition of his services. His early death in 1926 ushered in a 10-year regency for his son, Yeshwantrao Patang Shah V. The latter assumed full ruling powers in 1938, having received perhaps the best education by any member of his family. He continued the good work achieved under the Regency by expanding development activity, encouraging the chemical, paper, textile, dyeing, printing, liquor and starch industries. The state provided free primary schooling and medical relief, ran both middle and high schools, a central library and museum, hospital and maternity home, and provided touring dispensaries for the rural areas. At the outbreak of the Second World War, the Raja immediately volunteered for service and served for 4 years with the RAF. Yeshwantrao Patang Shavi assumed the title of Maharaja shortly before he signed the Instrument of Accession to the Dominion of India in 1947. He then merged his state into the Bombay Presidency early in the following year. The Maharaja Medal, awarded in a single class, was instituted by Maharaja Yeshwantrao Patang Shavi in 1947 to commemorate his assumption of the title of Maharaja and to reward those who had served the state during his reign. Patang Shavi then embarked on a political career, was a member of the National Parliament and the State Assembly. He died in 1978 and was succeeded by his only son, Digvijay Singh Rao. The latter died in 1992, leaving his only son, Mahendra Singh Rao, to represent his line. Rulers of Jawhar 1342 to 1400 Jawhar Mukne 1400 to 1422 Shah Mukne 1422 to 1435 Shah Mukne 1435 to 1490 Diobero Mukne 1490 to 15 Krishna Shah I Krishna Rao Mukne 15 1600 Shah II Mukne 1640 to 1678 Vikram Shah I Mukne 1678 to 17 Patang Shah I Mukne 17 17 Krishna Shah II Maloji Rao Mukne 17 1798 Vikram Shah II Gangadhar Rao Mukne 1798 to 1821 Vikram Shah III 1821 June 1865 Patang Shah III Hanumantrao Mukne the 29th of June 1865 July 1865 Vikram Shah IV Madhav Rao Mukne Jul 1865 to 1905 Patang Shah IV Vikram Shah Mukne 1905 to 1917 Patang Shah IV Milharao Mukne 1917 to 10 December 1927 Vikram Shah V Martandrao Mukne the 10th of December 1927 to 15 August 1947 Patang Shah V Yashwantrao Mukne